So we'll start with that actually, because you guys have just come back from Europe. How was that?
That was amazing. It
Yeah,
was
really fun.
time of my life. So
Yeah.
good.
Kane never toured Europe before. He's toured the States a bunch, and we booked the tour ourselves, and
Yeah.
we weren't really sure how it's going to go. We have sold a bunch of records in Germany, so we're like, hopefully people come, and they did, and they bought a bunch of merch, and everyone was so nice, and we're already basically booking next year again. We're going back. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome, awesome.
Yeah.
So did you find that they especially in mainland Europe, like because that's where you guys went, did you find that they get the humor?
Yes. Yeah, that was something that I was so nervous about before the tour. And then
Yeah. Same.
yeah, but they got it, and night after night, people were laughing, and I could yeah, it blew me away that it was something that we were constantly told almost every night. It's just like, you guys are so funny. And I was just like, oh, that's great. I was like, yeah, so me and Pat were talking about this before a show, and we were like, "Look, this is the bit that we do. Just do it." And like, they know who we are, they know what we're about. So just do the thing. And people were laughing at the jokes every night. So yeah, that's something that really surprised me actually.
I was also worried that people wouldn't understand our accent. Like we'd just be like, pizza, pineapple, and they'd be like, what are they saying? But I think
Yeah,
we
people
got good
got
at
it. They followed it.
enunciating,
Yeah,
rounding off the accent.
yeah.
Oh, that's brilliant. That's brilliant because you went. There was Norway was in there, Spain was in there, Germany. Germany was in
We
there
didn't
as
make
well.
the Spain, but Germany, Belgium, Netherlands, and Norway. Yeah,
So it was the northern part. Okay, yeah. Sorry.
yeah, yeah.
I mean,
No, that's
I
all
know
good.
I know the Germans can be a bit, crazy. I've got family with Germans, so they can be mental. That's fine. But I've never heard great stuff about the Belgians, so I'm actually quite surprised that that went well.
Yes,
So,
we just played like a small town Kortrijk,
Yeah,
and like yeah, it was great like that because that was the first show of the tour. It was this small little venue, holds 100 people. It was sold out, and it was wild. Like there's
I
like
reckon it held 50. That place was tiny. Like
yeah,
everywhere was just next to the bar.
yeah. There was even so like the entry part of the venue where we had like the merch set up. So directly across from the merch, there's no wall or door or anything separating it. There was just a fucking urinal there. So
Across from the merch stand. So
so there's like the merch desk, and like no shit, like 2 meters away from us was the urinal, and right next to the urinal was the dude taking people's money for entry into the show. I was like, when we first loaded in, I saw the urinal just there, and I was
I
like,
thought it
oh
was a prop.
yeah, yeah, so did I. I'm like, surely this is like not like a thing that's still in
Allowed.
use. But no, people were just fucking pissing there. It was fucking funny, man.
Our drummer actually very proudly walked over in front of me, and he just did it. And I was like, I can't believe you didn't get stage fright because there's no way I could do that in front of you.
Yeah, and it's
so
yeah,
In
and,
public, like, look at me pissed.
and
Like, that's
people
not
are
happening.
just standing around in there drinking and whatnot, and then you just turn around and piss on the wall. It's fucking something else.
The Europeans,
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
so free.
It was wild.
well, so on that, obviously, like we know what the I don't want to say kitsch is, but songs about pizza, death by pizza. Going back to kind of the beginning, like how did you come up with this concept and why?
It's a good question.
What'd you do that for?
Well, honestly, so the name came first, and I don't know if you ever play this game where you sit around with your friends and everyone's making up band names, just like, oh, imagine these two words together. That'd be ridiculous. And Pizza Death came up, and it just stuck with me. And like, we kept saying all these different names, whatever. But then months went by. I'm just like, that's just so simple. It's so brilliant. And so I wrote a handful of songs, just slapped them together, just fast, hardcore crossover sort of stuff. And then we also got locked down in Melbourne. So we had
18 months.
18 months pretty much locked down continuously. So we got a little stir crazy, but that helped us to get very creative on very niche jokes that probably shouldn't have gone as far as they did.
Yeah.
But yeah, and so it was just like yeah, it's about pizza. It's about death. It's about death by pizza. And that's just basically we usually take like a horror movie and then add pizza to it, or
it was just our dumb joke that kept us entertained in lockdown. And then when we got out of lockdown, we found out everyone else found it funny as well. And
we were supposed to play one show,
yeah.
but then we got signed to a little local label after our one show, and we're like, oh, this might have legs. And then
But
4 years later,
album
we're
came
talking
out,
to you.
and then and when that first album came out, and the amount of copies that we sold in Germany, like overnight, was insane. And then it was like, shit, I think there might be something to it. Yeah,
because we keep thinking this is too dumb. This should stop. This song is too ridiculous, but we keep getting encouraged. I always say that phrase, don't encourage him. Like, I heard that a lot growing up because I was a very active kid, but this is what happens when you encourage me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was telling people at work today, I was like, tonight I'm interviewing Pizza Death. And they were like, and like none of the people I work with know our genre. And they're like, who are they? And I went, well, wait till you hear this. But when I started reading out his song titles, they were just pissing aside with laughter. Like, why these people think this shit up? I'm like, yeah. So,
Yeah.
I guess you call it
that. The thing is as well, like it's not as if the music's shit. The music's actually really good. Right, so that's what it's. So because like you don't have to hear the lyrics to go, this is a really great tune. But then when you put the lyrics on top, you're like, okay, all right, yeah. So
it's funny, like when a lot of the reviews that have been on our albums, say from people who are like usually do reviews on metal albums and
like elitists,
like real metal elitist gatekeepers, and they're just renowned for just giving bad reviews to bands. And there was a very common theme that we found from like these sort of critics was that was like, this band Pizza, it's surprisingly not shit. So
like you would think it would be, and I kind of think if I got told about this band, I'd be like, there's no way I'm gonna like that.
Yeah,
but I think that makes it more intriguing.
Yeah. So when someone goes, oh, it's a crossover thrash band and they have a pizza theme, you're like, oh, that's gonna be shit. And then but most people are like, oh, actually, pretty good.
Surprisingly not shit. Yeah.
Yeah, surprisingly not shit. Yeah.
We sort of joke like we reel people in with the gimmick and then they stay for the riffs.
Yeah, yeah.
We work really hard on our songs and
yeah,
like it's easy to sort of be like, oh, they're dumb or whatever. But I've never worked so hard on a band in my life.
As stupid as the band is, we do put a lot of effort into the music to make it because we got to be good to try to carry such a shit idea, you know.
Actually, we heard a guy recently say he got told by a friend about the band and what we did, and he's like, "That's so like ballsy and ridiculous that they have to be good at that. Like, there's no way a bad band would attempt something so stupid."
Yeah.
And he's like, I was pleasantly impressed. Yeah, nice work.
You got to carry it through. You have to carry it through. So
commit to the bit.
Commit to the bit.
So on that, so Froth and Fury is obviously in 3 weeks on Saturday. You guys will be over here. For people who haven't seen you guys before, how would you explain your band and your show?
Fast songs, really fast, and a fast dinner and a show experience. You know,
we haven't discussed this with our accountant yet.
Yeah. Well, there could be pizza. We don't know. We actually tried to speak to we asked the promoter from Froth and Fury because we knew that there was going to be food trucks, and I was trying to ask, is there going to be food trucks with pizza? And he seemed to have just ignored that email. So, you know, if you speak to...
It's in the fine print.
Yeah, so like, I'm like, well, that wasn't a fucking joke. I actually want to know if there's pizza there or not. Like, can you reply to me, please? It's been a couple months. You left me that one right on that one. But usually there's pizza. You can get pizza. You can get really fast songs and people. And there's usually an inflatable slice of pizza where you can ride the human wave of filth. And
we have props.
There's
smashed pineapples.
Yeah,
we like to make it as chaotic as possible. Like we had a friend recently say he heard someone in the pit say, they watch the first song and they're like, what the fuck is going on here? And it's like, that's kind of how we want our shows to be. Just like, if you've never seen it, it's just like, why are they doing it? What is going on? I guess we always try and do something different and make people laugh. And it's funny to play really fast, really angry music.
We'll dress someone up as a garlic bread and wrap him in alfoil.
Yeah.
Just all sorts of things. Yeah.
Just the usual.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a quiet night with friends. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. So there has been a change in personnel recently.
Yes.
So
yes, we have a new
Brado, how's all that settling in and working?
Amazing.
Yeah, we've known him for a long time, and he's got one of the strongest work ethics of anyone I know. So he seemed like an obvious choice, and I used to live with him for about 5 years too. So we know him really well, and we needed a fill-in guitarist for the tour, and he immediately said yes. And so we just spent 2.5 weeks locked in a tiny little van driving around Europe with him, and it's been so much fun and
it was
so
perfect.
seamless. And
Yeah,
we missed him, and we wish that he didn't have to leave, but he's had to move. And
it was also quite convenient that Brado and our old guitarist Plunk were really close friends as well. They would skate together all the time, and I can remember Brado telling me before, he's like, before I give it a definite yes, I want to talk to Plunk about it first. And
a real gentlemanly.
It was great. And I remember the first rehearsal that we had with him, we kind of sprung it on him like last minute. We're like, hey, you want to come down and practice with us? We weren't planning on rehearsing together for like another month. And he come down like at a last minute notice, and he pretty much had like the set nailed on the first rehearsal.
So, sorry, I'm so sloppy. It's like, dude, you played that better than us, and we wrote the songs.
So, really looking forward to writing this new album with him, and getting to have his little stamp on it, because he's got some qualities that we'd really like to hear on the new album. So
he's a multi-instrumentalist too. So he plays drums in. Do you know the band Loser? He plays in them, and he plays. He's sung before in bands, but he's a really good drummer. So he's like such a valuable guy to have in the band. It's like it's a new beginning in a way, I guess.
Yeah.
Number 1 draft pick. There you go. They just brought in. Yeah. So you just mentioning that about the new album. So after you come here and you do Froth, I'm guessing then at that point, obviously Christmas will kick in, and then you're going to work on a new album at that stage.
Yeah, so I think we'll probably start chipping away at it soon. Pat just got back from Europe a few days ago, so he's probably going to get over jet lag. But I guess we'll start chipping away at it over time, and then it's kind of like when it's going to be ready, it's ready. That's sort of like what we're looking at it at the moment. But yeah, we're definitely working on it. We do have Froth and Fury coming up. Right before we play Froth and Fury, the night before, we're going to be stopping off in Hamilton, Victoria. So we have a show there. It's the first time we've ever played there, and
that's where I grew up. It's in the middle of nowhere. Quite surreal.
Yes. He is the biggest star out of Hamilton. And then we got a show playing at Thin Slizzy as well the week before that, on the 2nd of November. So if anyone's in Melbourne, we're playing out the back of a pizzeria in the alleyway behind the pizzeria. So it's where we like to do. Yeah.
Fair enough. Because your work ethic as a band, it has been, I could be wrong again, but based on my notes, there's been a release every 2 years or 18 months, which therefore means 2025 there would be one.
Yes, that's correct. Yep, there will. Yeah,
we have a bunch of songs in the. It's happening, but we're just not sure.
Yeah, I could say there's a really good chance there'll be an album released next year. What time of year, I don't know, but it's a safe bet. I reckon it's a safe bet that we're going to be recording the new album next year. Yeah,
sure. And obviously, the lyrical content will be about
politics. No, wait, what?
What?
Politics.
Yes, politics.
The situation in the Middle East.
Yeah. We're well-educated people, and we really kind of want to show that side of ourselves,
12-minute epics.
Yeah. Well, in Europe, we fell in love with their kebabs over there.
Don't say contractually strike that from the record. We're not supposed
Oh,
to.
yeah.
Oh,
Fuck kebabs.
that's your solo album. Yeah, that's when you go solo.
We splinter off. We don't
Yeah.
talk to each other again.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
singing about fucking kebabs now.
All right. Is there anything else you guys want to add for people when they come to see you in a couple of weeks? Yeah,
Wear a
throws people
poncho.
at one.
It's gonna get.
Yeah, you could get splattered with pineapple. Yeah, I don't know.
Umbrella.
Hurt each other.
Well,
we got to. It's like you get to express your opinions on pineapple on pizza in a wall of death, and we encourage you to really hurt each other. Just
Saw that
if
video.
someone falls down in the pit, don't fucking pick them up. They are your enemy. Spill the blood. That's what we want to see.
I don't know if this is the official.
That's not the official opinions.
You guys did the video on
Make the vote
Instagram.
known.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it wouldn't be the first.
Hashtag
All right,
choose
well-
your side. Yeah, choosing the side of the wall of death. Are you pro or against pineapple?
Yeah.
And we smash a pineapple after that.
Well, I'm pro. I'm just wondering, are you guys?
No comment. No comment.
I'm impartial. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty indifferent, but
Yeah.
that doesn't make for a good song, so we pretend we hate it.
Yeah. Because people who like pineapple, people who don't like pineapple, both of them buy records. So I don't really want to piss one or the other off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not good
It's
for business. All right.
Exactly.
Look, at the end of the day, capitalism comes first. So I'm running a business over here.
So this interview, it's a no. Next interview, yeah, I love it. Then it's a no, and then it's a yeah.
Yeah. You're onto it.
Treading that fine line, yes.
Well, look, guys, thank you very much for taking the time out, and I will meet you guys in 3 weeks. 3 weeks on Saturday.
Can't wait.
Cool.
See you then. Thanks, Dan.
Thank you. Take
See
care.
you, man.
Bye.
Bye.